Harsh truth. What if I told you that the people that you care about the most might be showing you every single day that they don't care about you at all and you might be missing it? Oh, this one is a little rough. Most people don't get heartbroken because somebody left. They get heartbroken because somebody stayed. They stayed with somebody that was already mentally gone. And the worst part, the signs were there the entire time. In today's video, I'm going to show you 4 behaviors that clearly reveal when somebody truly doesn't care about you. And here's the twist. The last one, that's the one people most ignore, and it causes the most damage. And once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. Sometimes it's not about what people say, it's about what they don't do. That will tell you everything. So you ask, what is the first sign of somebody who truly doesn't care about you? And that is somebody that has lack of communication. They don't reach out. They don't check in on you. And when they respond, it feels like you are an afterthought. You send a message, you wait, you overthink, you check your phone again, nothing. Then hours later, maybe even days, you get a dry response, something like, sorry, I've been busy. But here's the question nobody wants to ask. Are they really busy, or are they just not making you a priority? Here's the thing. People, they're going to make time for those and things that truly matter to them always. Have you ever noticed when you cared about somebody, you see them active online, posting, liking, commenting, but somehow too busy to reply to you? That's not confusion. That's giving you clarity. Here's a little story. Imagine you had a very rough day. You finally open up to them and they respond with just, well, that sucks. That's not connection. That's distance disguised as politeness. I'm going to tell you a quick little story. I had a guy friend, went on a few dates, realized we just weren't meant for each other, stayed friends, and communicated. However, even though we decided to stay friends, he would reach out and only talk about his wife. Not once did he ever ask me, hey, how was your day? How are you doing? How are you feeling? Anything, nothing about me. It was always, always, always about him. You know what I did? Bye. And he even did that to me too. I had sent him a text. He ended up replying later on and he's like, I'm sorry I haven't responded to you. I've just been busy. You know what I did? I laughed at it. I sent the laughing emojis and I did a ha ha ha. Because you know what? I'm sorry. You saw my message. You just chose not to respond to me. I get it. We're just friends, but it's still disrespectful. Have you ever experienced any of this? If you have, comment yes if you know exactly what I'm talking about. The second sign of somebody who doesn't care is they are self-centered. They prioritize only themselves, their needs, their feelings, their world, and you're just fitting into it. Most people think this looks like arrogance, but the real version is much more subtle. They dominate conversations. They rarely ask about you. And when you do talk, it somehow always comes back to them. Listen to me very carefully. People who care about you make you feel seen and they make you feel heard. I want you to picture this in your mind, just real quick. You're telling them something important, something that actually matters to you. And halfway through, they interrupt with their own story. That moment right there, that's everything you need to know. Do they remember the small details about your life? Or do they only remember things that affect them? Because real people, they care and they pay attention. The third sign of somebody who does not care about you is absence of support. This one is going to hurt the most because it doesn't show up when things are good. It shows up when things fall apart. Here's the key. Watch what people do when you need them the most. When you are struggling, when you are overwhelmed, when it hits you hard. Are they there or do they just completely disappear? Anybody can stand next to you when you're winning and you are up, but not everybody stays when you are losing. You can call them. You text them, you just need somebody to listen to, and suddenly they're unavailable, busy, distracted. But when they need something, you're the first person that they run to, and that's not cool. Be honest with me. Have you ever been there for somebody who was never there for you? Comment, I have. Now, here is where things get a little deeper. Most people will recognize the first 3 signs, but they'll still say, why? Because the next behavior is the one that keeps you stuck. Last but not least, sign number 4 of somebody who doesn't care about you is disrespect for boundaries. This is the one that everybody completely ignores. This is the biggest red flag. And it's the most dangerous because it just doesn't show lack of care. It shows lack of respect. As I always say, how somebody treats you is how they feel about you. They cross your boundaries. They dismiss your feelings. They do things that hurt you, and they act like it's no big deal. Most people think that love, it means tolerance, but what I'm about to say might change that. Love without respect, it isn't love. You end up telling them, that bothered me, and instead of understanding, they say, you're overreacting. That's not misunderstanding, that's invalidation. They gossip about you, they break your trust, they take advantage of your kindness, and somehow you end up questioning yourself. Here's the truth that most people always avoid. When somebody repeatedly crosses the boundaries, they're not confused, they're very comfortable. Comfortable knowing you won't leave. Do you remember what I said at the beginning of this video? The signs were always there. This is the one that people see but choose to ignore, and that's why it hurts the most. If somebody truly cares about you, you won't have to chase them, convince them, or question where you stand, because care, it is consistent. So here is the real question. Are you holding on to someone who has already shown you they do not care about you? Or are you finally ready to believe what their actions have been telling you all along? Question for you guys. Which one of these signs hit you the hardest, and have you seen it in somebody recently? If this video has opened your eyes, hit like so more people can see it. Hit subscribe for more real, honest insights about relationships and self-worth. Thank you everybody for watching this video. I appreciate all of you for supporting my channel and watching the videos. Hit that like button, hit subscribe for more real relationship fun talk and to learn a lot more about behaviors and explain why people do things. Thank you everybody. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.